Hi, I'm Amanda Freed at the core at La Encantada. We are live streaming, so you can catch us here. Facebook, live stream, TMC website, tmcaz.com. So there's just a bunch of ways you can get us, and these are recorded onto YouTube as well. And ever since the beginning of time, or the end of time, we've been coming to you live streaming. So I teach here in person, but we have made a commitment to support you in any way that. So I'm actually so thrilled to be coming to you weekly now and offering meditations that can hopefully return you to center. So this month, October, we are working on returning to center. So many people are just trying to return to life as it was. And just like other trends, I'm going to call this a trend, we don't necessarily return to exactly the way things were. Right? This is going to sound crazy, but it's okay with me. I think about styles, fashions, like mini skirts. I don't know why that's the thing that comes up. Mini skirts came into fashion, and they were all the rage for a while. That's all anybody wore. And then it went out of fashion, but they kind of stay a little bit. So you can still wear a mini skirt. Fashion trends start, they become the biggest thing, and then they sort of peter out. But everything that's been in style has left an imprint, has left a mark for us to be able to weave into our quote unquote normal life. So we not return to a life that we knew completely. You know, masks might be here to stay for a few years. Our sanitation will probably be here to stay, which is a good thing. You know, I think about what I did before, maybe taking money and not washing my hands, or maybe I would be out at the stores and not wash my hands enough. So a lot of that stuff is going to stay. So we won't necessarily return to exactly the way things were before. Some things will stay a little bit different. So I feel like it's good for us to change our mindset a little bit away from, oh my God, I can't live like this. I can't wait till things return, to, okay, how can I open to what's new in life? But here's the gift in all of this. There's always one place that you can return to that is absolutely always the same, never wavering, always joyful, always blissful, always consistent, and that is inside you, in your heart. So all of this month, we're going to be talking about returning to center. And that is your teaching in internationally for about 15 years now. And that philosophy supports me. So a lot of times in the West, we think our center is the mind. That's who we are. That is our center. Well, yogic philosophy talks about the center of your being the heart. And I really espouse and love that philosophy. Because I don't know about you, but the stuff that goes on in my mind is not that beautiful, not that joyful, not even entertaining most of the time. It can be really judgmental, harsh, and sort of run loose a little bit. But when I return to the center of my heart, when I return to that center of my being, I can find a calm and a peacefulness. And that's something that I want to share with you today and over the next month. So take your comfortable seat. I'm going to guide you through a meditation today, a very gentle, heart-centered meditation. So go ahead and allow your eyes to close down gently, if you're in a place where that's okay. If not, you can leave your eyes open slightly just to allow a little bit of light to come in. And connect with your breath. Now, in these first moments that you're connecting with your breath, make sure you're comfortable in your seat. You know, same thing as old trends change a little bit. The idea that you have to be rigid or uncomfortable to meditate is an old thought. You don't have to be rigid. You don't even have to sit on the floor. Just make sure that you're comfortable. So if you need to move something right now, a cushion, or if you're cold and you want a blanket, depending on where you are in the world, check in with yourself. This is the first moment of self-compassion in meditation. Am I comfortable? Will I be comfortable for the next 10 to 15 minutes to just be here in center? If you're not, feel free to make a change. Even while we're practicing, If you have an itch, scratch your itch. Don't worry about some rigid idea of meditation. It doesn't apply anymore. So connect with your breath in a way that is also not judgmental. Just notice your breath. Bringing the attention first to the inhale and then to the exhale. Almost like you were watching a movie or Netflix. Watch it repeat and repeat. The same pattern again and again. Watch the rise and fall of the inhale. Watch the smoothness of the exhale. So we can think of the exhale now kind of a surrender to what is. Zero effort. So we're not pushing the breath out. We're not forcing the breath. We're just letting it flow. Same with the inhale. And notice if you're just open, the breath flows on its own. Nothing to be done here. Now see how much of your attention you can place on this breath. Because often our attention is split in other directions. Maybe somebody's doing something in the room or in the house or in the office where you are, and your attention starts to move in that direction. See how much effort and attention we can place on just noticing the breath. Can you follow the entire path of the breath from its inception? I might go, oh, there's the beginning of the inhale. There's the top, end of the inhale. Oh, and there's where the inhale begins to fall. Oh, and there's where it gives way to the exhale. The beginning of the exhale is often connected to the end of the inhale. Sometimes they're indistinguishable. And we follow the flow of the exhale. And often right at the end of the exhale, there's a tiny pause before the inhale begins again. So as much awareness as you can, placed on the movement of the inhale and the exhale. If the mind wanders, as it normally does, just notice the mind has wandered and bring it back to the awareness of the breath. The mind wandering is natural in meditation. It's not wrong, it's not a mistake, it's not a failure. It's a natural movement and progression of the mind. We gently bring it back as we would a loved animal or child. Gently guide the awareness back to the breath. And at the bottom of your next exhale, bring your awareness to your low jaw. We'll do a gentle body scan. Allow the low jaw to release. So the low jaw gently just comes away from the upper jaw. The lips and teeth part gently. And the low jaw might even slide back slightly. So much tension can be held in the low jaw, the temples, or even the temporomandibular joint, that when we release the low jaw, we can also think about allowing that tension to go. You may have to return to this again and again. You may have to revisit the release of the jaw. I know I do. Now pay attention to the skin around the eyes. So many times we bunch up the skin around the eyes. Even with the eyes closed, we can close them tight. Just let that skin around the eyes relax. You might raise the eyebrows to just stretch out the skin around the eyes, and then just let the eyebrows fall back to where they were, or a more relaxed state. Then paying attention to the skin of the forehead. You know when you're stressed or when somebody else is stressed, you get those little lines in your forehead. Just soften the skin of the forehead, allowing the eyebrows to maybe melt down or even out toward your temples. Check in with your jaw again. Allow the muscles at the sides of the scalp now, just above and around the ears, to release. And then slightly lower the chin to elongate the neck. Allow the sides of the neck to relax. Allow the shoulder muscles to just soften. The shoulders just hang naturally. The arms hang by your sides. Now on the inhale, allow the belly to be soft and full. So much tension can be held there. Maybe we're looking for a flat stomach or so. Allow the hips to be heavy into the seat beneath you, and the muscles of the legs, the hands and the feet just soften. And connect your awareness to the center of your chest, the core, the center of your being. And from a relaxed state in your breath and in your body, notice it's so much easier to enter into your own center. If the mind wanders in, it's okay. Gently bring the awareness back to the center of your chest, the center of your being. Now in yoga, this center is called Hridaya, the heart, and it's just the size of the tip of your thumbnail. And it's just left of center, in the center of your chest. So place your awareness there. If it feels good, you can place your left hand over your heart and your right hand over that. Sometimes it's easier if you make a physical connection. And breathe into your hands. Just exploring what your own center is like. If you come up with any judgment, pain, negativity, fear, just know you haven't quite gotten to center yet. Just let yourself pass through those levels of awareness. Bring yourself just a little bit deeper into the center, into the heart of your being. And when you find love, joy, peace, and bliss, you know you're in the right place. Breathe into that space, and with hands over the heart, you're also providing a gentle healing for yourself. Life can be difficult. Life offers some wounding. So connecting with your breath, healing your own heart. Breathe deeply into the center of your being. I'd ask permission to heal what needs to be healed right now. Simply give yourself permission to heal your own heart, to breathe into the fullness of your being. You are complete, you are perfect, you're exactly as you need to be. Any other information is false. Breathing deeply into the center, into the heart of your own being, where resides love, peacefulness, and joy. And nothing contrary to that. So the mind may fluctuate and move around, but there's a steadiness in the center of your being, a consistent, a wellspring of joy, love, and bliss. Now expand that idea, that thought, that feeling, all the way to the edges of your being. So the surface of your body, the skin, the mind. Feel that consistent place of joy, love, peace, and bliss, just expanding out to the edges of your being and beyond. Your awareness doesn't end at the end of your flesh. It extends out at least 6 feet. Sound familiar? Know that you can affect those around you in a positive way when you do this. All right, if you feel complete, then you can gently allow the hands to float back down to your lap. If you choose to stay in meditation, feel free to do so. Always come out very slowly and gently. Otherwise, we'll bring the awareness back to the inhale, back to the moment, back to the body, and back to the room that you're in. You can stretch gently or wiggle fingers and toes. I usually check in with my neck. That's my favorite place to hold tension. You'll begin to blink the eyes open slowly. So you always want to come out of meditation very, very slowly, allowing yourself to reacclimate to the room. I like to look around the room. I know that I'm changed every single meditation. Every single meditation, my awareness, my presence in the world is dialed up just a tiny bit. So when I look around, I'm kind of looking out of new eyes, a new person. And so are you. So all month we're going to be returning to center. Similar ways in different ways. So I hope that you'll come back and join us. If you have questions, please feel free to into the core, and I'm happy to get back to you. Thank you so much for joining me. It's an honor and a pleasure to see you whenever I can. I hope you have a wonderful day.